Members of the Council, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding to receive the Worship of the Mayor, Miss Cotterman Townley. Thank you.
Good evening and please be seated. I'd like to welcome members to the Appointment Council meeting. In particular, I would like to welcome back those councillors who were returned at the recent elections and to take the opportunity to welcome our new councillors to Burnley Council. Councillors Gail Barton, Saida Kazmi, Jack Lorna, Alan Lewis, Jamie McGowan, Christine Solis and Mike Steele. Welcome. Can I ask members of the public not to talk during the meeting, as this can be very distracting for members of the Council and others listening to the debate? Can I also ask everyone to ensure any mobile devices are switched to silent and do not cause a distraction during the meeting? I'd remind everyone that the use of mobile devices for the taking or making of phone calls is not permitted in the mechanics. The meeting is being streamed to the Council's YouTube channel, so I take this opportunity to welcome the viewers on there. I would also remind members that where they're able to, they're required to stand when addressing the Council meeting. We're not expecting a fire alarm tonight, but if one should occur, please follow the officers out of the mechanics in an orderly fashion to the assembly point. So we'll move to item 1 on the agenda, minutes of the previous meeting of the Council held on the 13th of April 2022. I will move those minutes. Mr. Deputy Mayor, will you second those minutes?
I second those minutes, Bill.
All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. The minutes are approved. Thank you. Item 2 on the agenda, declarations of interest. Are there any declarations of interest? None, thank you. Item 3 on the agenda, Mayor's communications.
There are none, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Item 4 on the agenda, public question time.
None have been received, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Number 5 on the agenda, items for decision by the Council. Can I point out to members that items for decision by Council are treated as motions. Once a proposal has been moved and seconded, members may speak once and for a maximum of 5 minutes. Members may then only speak again on an amendment. Members may wish to view the supplementary agendas on their iPads or refer to the hard copies that have been circulated around the theatre tonight. Appointment of leader of the Council and appointment by the leader of the deputy leader and the executive. A populated list of nominations for leader and exec members are on your iPads as a supplementary and have been circulated as a hard copy this evening. The term of office of the previous Council leader has now come to an end. I will move the motion for a leader of the Council to be appointed. Mr. Deputy Mayor, is that seconded?
Second, Madam Mayor.
Please, can a member move a nominee for leader of the Council? Councillor Saeed Chowdhury. Is that seconded? Thank you, Councillor Townsend. Are there any other nominations for leader? All those in favour of Councillor Afrasiab Anwar, please show. All those against Councillor Afrasiab Anwar, please show. Councillor Afrasiab Anwar is appointed leader of the Council. Thank you. Councillor Afrasiab Anwar, Can you please appoint the Deputy Leader and Executive members and then inform the Council who has been appointed and their portfolio titles?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Before I do that, first of all, can I thank, obviously the Labour group, but also the Liberal Democrat group who we've worked alongside over the past 12 months. And all members of this chamber, actually, for the way that we have worked and delivered on the priorities of Burnley Council. And I think if we're honest, some of the big projects, the key projects that we have delivered over the past 12 months, including Pioneer Place, Charter Walk, and the £20 million that we have brought in for the 3 projects. I don't think that would have been possible if we didn't have that collaboration and working together. And I just want to go back to the words that were said by yourself, Madam Mayor, earlier on this afternoon, around that there's more than one way to skin a cat. And I think with one of the things that we have to do and we have to recognise is that if we all want the best for Burnley and we want to work for the best for Burnley, and I think what we have to do is we have to work together. And we've got the summer, obviously the summer to get through, but with the cost of living crisis and what's looming in the autumn, it's absolutely essential that every single one of us do work together for the best of Burnley and to get the best that we can for the residents of this town. And I'm sure that, as we have done over the past 12 months, that we'll continue to do that for our residents as elected members. So with that, I would like to appoint Councillor Sue Graham as the Deputy Leader and Executive Member for Resources and Performance, Councillor Mark Townsend as the Executive Member for Economy and Growth, Councillor Shah Hussain as the Executive Member for Community and Environmental Services, Councillor John Harbour, Executive Member for Housing and Development Control, and Councillor Margaret Lishman as the Executive Member for Health and Wellbeing. And as I said, just as we have worked over the past 12 months, thank you for giving me the opportunity to continue that, because what I think it does, carrying on with this administration and this partnership that we have with the Lib Dem group, it allows us to provide stability for the council, but also stability for the residents of the borough, knowing that we've got strong leadership and people who are passionate about the town and want to drive forward the key priorities that we have as a town. And I'm sure that you will work with the executive to drive forward those priorities. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Anwar. Members are asked to note the appointment of the Deputy Leader and Executive Members. Any member? All those in favour, please show. Any against? The appointments are noted. The Leader will approve the detailed executive portfolios to be reported at the first meeting of the Executive on the 8th of June 2022, and these will also be reported to the next Ordinary Council meeting on 20th of July 2022. Item 5B, appointments to committees, working groups and panels. I'll now take the appointments to committees, working groups and panels, which is item 5B on your agenda. The populated nominations made by the political groups have been published as a supplementary to the agenda on your iPads and have been circulated as a hard copy this evening. If there is a need to adjourn the meeting to finalise nominations following the Leader item, which I don't think there is. Sorry, moving on from that, you all have the nominations. All in favour? Any against? Oh, sorry, Tom. Councillor Afrasiab Anwar, will you please move the list of committees, working groups and panels, and the uncontested nominations for those committees, working groups and panels? Sorry.
Yeah.
Councillor Hosker, will you please second the motion?
Yeah, I second it.
Any member? sorry, now. All those in favour? Those against? The motion is carried. Item 5C, appointments of chairs and vice chairs of committees. A populated list of nominations for chairs and vice chairs of scrutiny, audit and standards, development control and licensing committees are on your iPads as a supplementary and have been circulated as a hard copy this evening. I'll deal with the uncontested nominations as set out in the populated list for the following committees: scrutiny, audit, development control and licensing. Councillor Afrasiab Anwar, will you move all the uncontested nominations for chairs and vice chairs?
I move, Madam Mayor.
Councillor Gordon Birtwistle, will you second all the uncontested nominations?
I'll second that, Madam Mayor.
Any member? All those in favour, please show. Those against? I declare the uncontested nominees to have been appointed. Item 5D, appointment to outside bodies. Members have received a populated list of outside body nominations as a supplementary on their iPads, and it's also been circulated as a hard copy this evening. I'll deal first with the uncontested nominations as set out in the populated list that is for all outside bodies except for Pennine Prospects and the Acorn Fund. Councillor Afrasiab Anwar, will you move all the uncontested nominations, which includes those qualified to executive members?
I move, Madam Mayor.
Councillor Gordon Birtwistle, will you second all those uncontested nominations?
I'll second that, Madam Mayor.
Any member? All those in favour, please show. Those against? I declare the uncontested nominees to have been appointed. Contested nominations have been received for the outside bodies for Pennine Prospects and the Acorn Fund. Councillor Afrasiab Anwar, will you move all the contested Labour Group nominations?
I move the Labour Group nominations, Madam Mayor.
Is that seconded?
Madam Mayor, I second that.
Thank you. Councillor Gordon Birtwistle, will you move all the contested Liberal Democrat group outside body nominations?
I so move, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Is that seconded? Thank you, Councillor Kelly. Councillor Scott Cunliffe, will you move all the contested Green Group nominations? Thank you. Councillor Cunliffe, is that seconded? Thank you very much, Councillor. I will take the votes for the contested appointments in turn. Pennine Prospects. We have received 2 nominations for 1 place as any member on Pennine Prospects. Councillor Sue Graham and Councillor Jack Lorna have been nominated. In accordance with Council Procedure Rule 16(6), members may vote once. So members may vote once. All those in favour of Councillor Sue Graham, please show. All those in favour of Councillor Lorna, please show. Thank you. Councillor Graham has been appointed to Pennine Prospects. Outside body, the Burnley Acorn Fund. We've received 3 nominations for 2 places as a member on Burnley Acorn Fund. Those nominations are Councillor Saida Kazmi, Councillor Gordon Birtwistle and Councillor Martin Hurt. Please note that members can vote for 2 candidates because there are 2 places available. All those in favour of Councillor Christine Solis.
Said Kazmi.
Oh, sorry, but my mistake there, sorry. That is Saida Kazmi. Lower your hands, please. Remember, you have 2 votes. All those in favour of Gordon Birtwistle? Sorry, Councillor Birtwistle.
Just for this election.
Please lower your hands. All those in favour of Councillor Hurt? Please lower your hands. So I declare that Councillor Saida Kazmi is elected to, Councillors Saida Kazmi and Gordon Birtwistle are elected to the Acorn Fund. Item 6, questions.
None have been received, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. And that concludes the business for tonight. Thank you very much.